All right. Well, who couldn't use a little bit more pep in their step? I know I could. When we review some of these products that are caffeine substitutes, make sure that you consult with your own personal physician on whether or not that's something you should be taking and their benefits. All right, let's get started.
Since the beginning of time, man and woman have been exhausted, running from apex predators, surviving in deplorable conditions, and always worried about the next meal. It wasn't until the human discovery of Starbucks Venti that there was finally some relief in sight. Hold on. That'll make me entirely accurate. It wasn't until the discovery of the coffee bean that there was finally some relief in sight. As the story goes, this elixir of the gods was discovered in Ethiopia by a goat herder named Kaldi, where after the goats consumed these mysterious berries from a tree, the animals had a great deal more pep in their step.
Unfortunately, despite many Americans enjoying the energy and focus boosting caffeinated coffee, sodas, tea, chocolate, and various other sources, there still remain serious setbacks associated with the drug caffeine. These may include anything ranging from elevated heart rate, tremors, anxiety, dehydration, insomnia, frequent urination, digestive issues, and headaches. Some less commonly known side effects include constricted blood vessels of the head and neck, meaning if you consume too much coffee, there is less blood and oxygen reaching various parts of your body, including your brain. So while small doses of caffeine can enhance alertness and mental abilities through removing inhibitory control of acetylcholine in the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, which increases the firing rate of neurons, large quantities of caffeine, which is generally accepted to be greater than 2 small cups of coffee per day, can most certainly have an adverse effect, making cognitive abilities more difficult. Prolonged anxiety also has a similar effect to caffeine abuse, meaning that upon relief of whatever chronic stressful event you experience, such as final exams, there is a high likelihood that you will receive a dilation or expansion of these same blood vessels to your brain, causing pain, which is why caffeine is so effective in treating these specific types of headaches, since they constrict your blood vessels once more in a similar fashion. This headache is near identical to the one you would also receive through caffeine withdrawal symptoms, by the way. Our daily energy tank, as it were, comes from a myriad of sources. Biologically, our fuel molecules include carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. When it comes to our mental energy, as it were, it's quite a bit more complex surrounding all the biological, environmental, psychopathological, and social mechanisms at play when it comes to what affects our overall motivation and energy levels. Some parts to energy and motivation that won't be covered in this video include negative consequences of medications, poor diet, genetics, and various other variables such as light therapy that go beyond the scope of this very limited video. So with that said, let's dive into some caffeine substitutes. There's at least 3 YouTube content creators that I follow routinely that promotes a AG1 juice green powder. At first glance, most people might think such a product is a little gimmicky, since if such a product that contains various fruit, grass, vegetables, enzymes, vitamins, and probiotics would have made national news. Well, as fate would have it, many of the ingredients in more pricey juice green products have vegetables and ingredients that individually have correlated with overall positive health benefits. When it comes to my own experience with juice greens, coupled with reports from people that I know, it is a great substitute for coffee. Acts like an aphrodisiac for men, offers weight loss to many, and my most recent annual physical, where my own physician was shocked to what it did to my blood pressure. Just keep in mind that I don't recommend fruit-heavy mixes that are meant to alleviate the horrible taste of these and similar products, since they can cause gastrointestinal issues. Simply consider the regular flavor version and pour it down the hatch whilst trying not to breathe. Other alternatives may include amino acid supplements. Did you know that certain amino acids not only give you energy, but also help with bodybuilding and can alleviate your perception of chronic neuropathic pain? Percura has existed in some form since 2003 and was originally designed to assist cancer patients with their immune system in chronic pain associated with the painful cancer and painful consequences of some of the heavy cancer treatments and medications that the patients were receiving. Many of the amino acid ingredients in Percura can be found online through most wellness stores. Ones that I typically consume include L-tyrosine and L-theanine. Both are short-acting pick-me-ups, while I have noted that L-theanine works slightly better despite agitation as being my main side effect with the supplement. Dandelion root tea is a caffeine-free alternative to coffee that has a similar flavored profile and can be enjoyed warm or iced. Roasted dandelion root tea has a rich, bitter, earthy taste that can be steeped in hot water, much like regular teas. Dandelion root tea is a good option for people who can't tolerate caffeine, such as those who experience anxiety, jitters, or nervousness after consuming it. It can be a viable choice for pregnant or nursing individuals who want to avoid coffee. Dandelion tea is also full of nutrients, including fiber, vitamins A, C, and K, and minerals, and may support liver health, digestion, and urinary tract infections. A friendly reminder from other videos that I made previously on music and light therapy, those two can also be uplifting as well. But when you're in a pinch, electrolytes also can be beneficial. All right, let's give it a taste. Surprisingly, it's not bitter. It's really sweet with the honey that I used. I could definitely see myself drinking something like this. I have to let you guys know later on whether or not it works when it comes to that being a stimulant or helping with mental focus. Oh, I didn't even realize you were there. Is this a shameless plug for my upcoming book, Unbecoming a Parent? You bet it is. Stay tuned to our next video next week.